welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a reading for the Cardinal Air sign of Libra. Before we get to the actual reading though, I'd like to take a moment to look at the astrological correspondences to the Cardinal Air sign, beginning with this card right here, which is from the Stories Oracle from the 8th house, which is this box right here. What I really like about these cards is the question that's down at the bottom. You can see there's the constellation for Libra right here, which it's the sign of the scales, and I'm really curious if this is what people saw in the past. How did they come up with it being scales? It doesn't even look even, but hey, to each their own. I wasn't there, so if I was, I don't remember it, but it's beside the point. What I'm looking at is the question down here that can give you an extra little bit insight or inspiration, or just like something to ponder and ask yourself, maybe to grow a little bit. The question asks, what if you honored that some things are outside of your control? And that's the question down here. It's a good question for all of us to ask, even if our sun signs, rising signs, moon signs, Mercury, Venus, it doesn't matter. Even if there's like no real Libra energy in our charts, it's a good question to ask ourselves, because a lot of times we do focus on others and how we can control them, when the truth is we can really only control our own actions and thoughts. It's our reactions to things that kind of keep the fairness and balance, and that's what we're focused on with the sign of Libra, is fairness and balance in our lives, within and without, like in our partnerships as well, because Libra is known as a sign that's very focused on partnerships, which I think kind of relates to the cardinal water sign of Cancer as well, where a lot of times people with this sign put others before themselves. So maybe they're not finding as much fairness and balance in your life as much as you should, because you're very focused on the well-being and happiness of others. What you see before you here are the tarot cards astrologically connected to the Cardinal Air sign of Libra. And we'll start with the Queen of Swords up here, which is astrologically connected to the first two deacons. I'm just getting all kinds of tongue-tied today. First two deacons of Libra, about September 21st to October 10th. You can see here, this is from the Deviant Moon Tarot, and I've told you before, like, this is my favorite deck of all time. You can see here, she has a single tear on her face, and a drop of blood is coming off of her sword and down onto the ground below. Now, this is the queen that has seen much in her life and has experienced much pain and sadness in her life, but she hasn't let that hold her back. She has control in the present, and you can see she's looking forward this way. If she was turned this way, she'd still be looking at the past, which kind of represents like the Five of Cups, where you're very focused on what's happened in the past and can't really move forward. But in this illustration, and that energy of the Queen of Swords shows you might have experienced a lot of pain and sadness in the past, but that pain and sadness, those experiences, are what give you strength in the present. If we didn't experience those hardships and negative situations in our lives, there's a really good chance that we wouldn't appreciate all the good that's in our lives as well. So learning from the past gives us the strength in the present to take control of our lives and really feel like we're leading. And that's the energy of this queen right here. The other court card astrologically connected to Libra is the one that's also astrologically connected to Scorpio, the first two deacons of that sign, which we will get to soon. But the Queen of Cups is also the last deacon of Libra, about October 10th to October 20th or 21st. Unlike the Queen of Swords we met a moment ago, is a natural leader and shows like the strength and the confidence you need to take control of your life and really lead. And as this is the masculine leader of the suit of water, it relates to emotions. So getting over those painful emotions perhaps that the Queen of Swords has felt here, and like rising above them, because this is the elements of air playing here. The King of Cups suggests then we can truly like listen to our hearts and follow our hearts to what we want to do. Like, let our hearts lead the way and lead with love. The minor arcana cards astrologically connected to Libra are the 2, 3, and 4 of Swords, which you see down here. It's really easy. If you've watched the rest of these videos, I don't know if you have or not, I have been sharing all the astrological connections, and they're semi-easy to figure out if you think of it this way. We have 3 types of zodiac signs in our astrological wheel. So we've got the cardinal signs, which start the seasons, the fixed signs, which sit in the middle of the season, and the mutable signs, which sit at the end. As Libra is the cardinal air sign, it begins the season of fall. So that's why it kind of is the sword suit, I feel like, and the, like more, well, especially this 3 right here, a little bit more negative than the rest of the cards, because it's the season of death. It's the season when the leaves start changing, the trees start going dormant, and things just get a little bit more depressing. So the 2 of Swords is a card of kind of like during that time, waiting for this to happen. You know it's going to happen, and it's a great time to tune within and look within, turn off the distractions, and kind of focus your energy on listening to your higher self. And that, I feel, is the energy of the 2 of Swords right here, which represents the first decan of Libra, about September 20th, 21st to October 1st, or September 30th. Now, this particular illustration is from the Dark Mansion Tarot, and you can see the swords are crossed right here, and she's got this ribbon that comes down from up above, crossing her eyes. So there's no external factors affecting her here. She's really taking the time, like you think of the High Priestess, where letting logic dictate and looking at the situation logically and not letting those negative emotions get the best of you. And the 3 of Swords is astrologically connected to the second decan of Libra, about October 1st to October 10th. And it's definitely a card no one really likes to see in their reading, because let's say you're asking about a relationship and you're wondering if that significant other is seeing somebody else on the side. The 3 of Swords, if it appears, is a good chance your guys are telling you, yeah, this person can't really be trusted. So this is the card of heartbreak and betrayal. And you can see the character here, this is from the Shadowland Tarot, by the way, has his heart pinned on his chest, and he has this cool and collected look on his face, but he's definitely experienced some painful situations in his past, much like the Queen of Swords we met up here. But I love to use this quote that's from a song when it comes to the 3 of Swords, because while it is a card of heartbreak and betrayal, it's also, as a 3, a card of creation. And when you experience those painful experiences and situations, you get the strength you need to continue in your life and create a better life moving forward, like learning what not to do, learning to trust in yourself more, maybe not trust in others so much as they've caused hurt in the past. So the quote I really like is from the Bring Me the Horizon song mantra, and it says, "Before the truth will set you free, it'll piss you off. And before you find your place to be, you've got to lose the plot." And I feel like that's really the energy of this 3 of Swords. Yes, it's a painful card. Yes, someone might have stabbed you in the back, hurt you, and broke your heart. But there is so much strength when you find the confidence within of, I don't need this person. I'm in control of my life. I'm the creator of my destiny. And I can do anything when I find it within myself to go after my dreams. So the calm and collected look on the crow's face in this illustration, like you can't see his eyes, you don't see the pain, you just see this confidence and this coolness that he's okay. He's going after his dreams, and he is looking back, whereas the Queen of Swords is looking forward. But that energy, he's learning from the past. He's reflecting on it in order to move forward and not let the pain of the past hurt him in the future. Then there's the 4 of Swords, which brings up the astrological connection of the 3rd decan, about October 10th to October 20th. And I've chosen the illustration from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot, to be exact, because whenever I interpret the 4 of Swords, doesn't matter what deck I'm using, I always describe this illustration right here. It's gray, it's depressing, it's slightly boring, and the only color we see in it is this window up here, showing potential and possibility when you wake up from this slumber. A card of rest and reflection, the 4 of Swords in this illustration is depicting a soldier that has come back from war, taking his time to rest and reflect on where he's been. He didn't know if he was going to survive the war, therefore he had no plans for the future. When it comes to this 3 of Swords right here, we don't necessarily know it's going to end. We don't know our hearts are going to be right. And so it is an opportunity to begin something new, but we don't want to just jump off into something new. We need to take the time to rest and reflect. So after we've blindfolded ourselves from negative situations and taken the time to reflect on them logically, kind of like the High Priestess, and given up that painful experience and believed in our ability to create a new, better future moving forward, we really take the time to rest and reflect and get to know our higher selves in order to decide what we want to do moving forward. 4 is the number of a strong foundation. So by taking the time to rest and reflect, really getting to know ourselves inside and out, that gives us the strong foundation within we need to go after our dreams. And that brings us to the Major Arcana card, astrologically connected to all three of the decans of Libra, and it is Justice. In this particular deck, and many that we see, Justice is labeled 11 of the Major Arcana, but there are other decks like the original Marseille Tarot and the Deviant Moon Tarot that both I know of that share it as 8, which is Strength, and those kind of cards kind of can go differently and can complement each other when you use both of those energies. Because we need to have strength in order to believe in ourselves and be fair and balanced to ourselves. But we also need to trust in our higher selves and believe in our own worth, and that's the energy of that 11, which reduces to 2. What I've noticed about many justice cards, and when we think of justice, we think of a lot of times other people giving us that justice. Like, if we do something wrong, we expect other people to take action against us and sentence us to like hard work, labor, prison, that kind of thing when we do something wrong. But like this illustration and so many of the justice illustrations that I've come across, it depicts a single person. And what I like about this card, this particular illustration, which is from the Muse Tarot from Chris Ann, is there's obviously one character and she's freeing herself from that shadowy prison of her mind. So that's a very strong focus of the zodiac sign of Libra, and it is the cardinal sign of the air, so it makes sense. Like very focused on the mind, and a lot of times the mind can be what works against us. When if we want to find success and confidence in our lives, our minds have to work with us, not against us. So this illustration of justice kind of shows coming together and feeling whole and complete in our lives in order to find the confidence we need to be fair and balanced in our lives. So when we feel confident in our own skin, much like the character here seems to be becoming, we are able to, our partnerships are better, our relationships are better, and life is just happier and more fair. In order to find balance around us, we have to be willing to find balance within first. And I feel like that's a strong energy within Libra. Not everything in life is sunshine and rainbows. We can't control the actions of others, but what we can control are the actions that we have about ourselves, the feelings we have about ourselves, and being able to learn from the past, let go of the past, and find fairness and balance in the present by believing and trusting in ourselves. That was a look at the astrological connections with Libra, and I wasn't the actual reading, and I'll go ahead and get these cards out of the way and we'll do your reading, okay, Libra? The deck we'll be using for your reading, Libra, is the Zombie Tarot, which comes in a box like this. And I will share in the description below where you can purchase any of the decks that I've shared in this video for yourself. A lot of them come from Amazon, but there's other places too. Easily type any of the decks into Google and it'll tell you where to order them. But I didn't choose this deck myself. The pendulum is what swung wildly for this deck, so definitely feels like your guides want you to see this one. But before we get to the reading, I'd like to show you the crystals that I have that connect to Libra to kind of connect more with the energy we're working with. We have ametrine, which is a mixture of citrine and amethyst. You can see the purple on that side and the orange of the citrine on that side. Tiger's eye, lapis lazuli, jade, bloodstone, moonstone, amazonite, and apatite. And I'm sure there's more crystals out there that are connecting to Libra energy. I know blue lace agate is one of them, and I have 2 pieces somewhere and I can't seem to find them, so we switched it out for the amazonite today. We'll go ahead and shuffle the cards the weird way that I like to shuffle the cards because I suck at actual shuffling. Plus this way the cards don't get warped. And these cards are rather flimsy, and so a shuffling normal way would often just get them a little bit bent, and I don't want to do that. And this gives us a really good opportunity to connect with the deck, share our intentions. Just ask specific questions if that's the case, but as I said in the beginning, this is just a general reading for the zodiac sign of Libra, so it may resonate with you, it may not. We don't have any specific questions. All we ask of the deck is to share whatever they think we need to hear. And we thank them for doing so. So whatever you want to share for Libra, Zombie Tarot, that's what we ask of you now, and we greatly appreciate you doing so. Whatever you want to share, that's what we like to hear. Try to keep all the little piles even and organized, but when you do this, they kind of fall apart. And what I like about this deck, I shared that in the Alice in Wonderland tarot too, or the Tarot in Wonderland, is you can tell in this deck what's upright and reversed. And as you can see, as I put down these cards, the zombie fortune teller in the center has all been upright, so there's no reversed cards here. So that is a little bit of a positive message there. But again, we're not asking anything specific. It's just whatever they want to share. That's what we want to hear. Get all the cards put back into one single pile since they've already been cut the way we do that. And fan them out like such. That one does not like to fan all that much. Just that one, and that one. Put them all back up. And we have the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So that's already astrologically connected to you, Libra. The Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. Okay, so these are in no specific order. As I said, it's just a generalized reading, but since reading goes left to right, we'll start with the left card over here of the Wheel of Fortune. It seems like there's a completion of some sort, Libra. You've achieved something. This is a card of endings as well as beginnings. It's the card of chances and luck when you take a risk on yourself and spin the wheel towards the next chapter. The end of the 1 through 10 sequence, the 10 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune shows that new opportunities are about around you. It kind of relates back to that creative energy of the Three of Swords we met earlier. The experiences of your past give you the strength in order to go after your dreams. So if there's something you want to begin, Libra, something that excites you and makes you want to start something new, this Wheel of Fortune appearing here seems like a message from your guides that now is the opportunity to act on it. Take a risk, take a chance on yourself, and believe in yourself enough to believe that you can achieve anything. The character here is the zombie. So that's the thing about this deck. I don't want you to think that I'm calling you a zombie or anything at all. That's not the case at all. The pendulum is the one that chose this, so that's what they felt like you needed to hear, that this is the message they have for you. So the Wheel of Fortune with the zombie kind of suggests there might have been a time in your life that you doubted yourself or you didn't have the confidence, but you've overcome that. And where you stand today in the present is an opportunity to begin something new. And when you take a chance on yourself and you really take a risk and you believe in yourself enough to go after your dreams, the Wheel of Fortune suggests that luck is on your side. And when you believe that, you're working with the law of attraction and believing that you are deserving and worthy. That new beginning has so much more potential and has more promise to turn into something good. The Wheel of Fortune is astrologically connected to the planet of Jupiter, which is the planet of luck and expansion. So there is that lucky energy when you take a chance on yourself and you begin something new. The Page of Cups follows that Wheel of Fortune, which is also a card of beginnings. And it's really interesting to see the Wheel of Fortune followed by the Page of Cups here, because it's a 10 followed by an 11. And so it follows that way in the numerical sequence and relates back to the Justice card we saw that astrologically connected to the Zodiac sign of Libra, and shows that 11, which relates to the High Priestess and really having the confidence to look within and trust oneself, because 11 reduces to 2, the number of partnerships, feminine energy, choices, and always making the choice to trust in yourself and begin a strong partnership with your higher self. That's how you can have the confidence to really go after your dreams and believe in yourself enough to make it happen. As this is the page or the beginning of the court cards of the suit of emotional happiness and fulfillment, the Page of Cups suggests this new beginning that you might be starting or considering with the Wheel of Fortune that you're going to take a risk on is something that you truly love and fills your heart with joy, that really makes your heart sing. So if this new opportunity is something that you're really excited about and you really love, then the Page of Cups suggests just letting your inner child out and having fun and enjoying that path that you're starting. This page might even be suggesting spending some time with some younger people or some kids and really getting that childlike enthusiasm for life again. And that brings us to the Hierophant, which follows the Five of Cups, or Page of Cups. Why did I say Five of Cups? The Hierophant is considered a card of structured religion, but I've never really been a fan of that meaning, because, well, structured religion is your life is what you choose to create, and what you believe is yours to believe. So when the Hierophant appears, it's labeled 5 of the major arcana, so I feel like it relates to change and transformation. And following the reading here, where we have the Wheel and the Page of Cups, this new beginning, it's going to work out so much better if you believe in yourself enough to go after it. Don't let the opinions of others hold you back. Don't let the beliefs and concerns that others might be filling your mind with keep you from going after your dreams. When you trust in yourself and are willing to take a risk in your life, like the Wheel of Fortune suggests, then luck is on your side. And you let that inner child out to play and do what you love, then the opportunities that come and arise and the potential of your goals will become so much more positive and beneficial. So I think the Hierophant appearing over here is a message from your guides to believe in yourself, to follow what feels right for you, and trust in your own voice and your own self to go after your dreams and make your dreams a reality. Bottom of the deck shows the Four of Swords, which we talked about a moment ago with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck of the astrological connection to the third deacon. And this one is rather similar as well, because it shows the soldier that has fought the zombie war, and he's reflecting on that past. If you want to succeed at anything, learning from the past is the key to find success with it. And in whatever we do, we need to take that time to rest and reflect and take a break, because if we don't, then life is just going to become more stressful. We might screw up, we might mess up, and we won't really have the confidence or the energy to make our dreams a reality. So whatever this Wheel of Fortune and Page might be suggesting that you begin, the Four of Swords appearing at the bottom of the deck suggests taking the time to reflect on where you've been in order to make the best of the future and both take the next chance in the present. And the Hierophant is a strong reminder to trust and believe in yourself. You don't need anybody else to help make your dreams a reality. When you have the confidence within to go after your dreams and make them a reality, anything is possible. You are a natural leader of the Zodiac, Libra, and that mind of yours, and you're the Cardinal Air sign, so your mind can really help you take control and help you lead. But then the Page of Cups here is a reminder that your heart plays a part as well. So when it comes to partnerships and fairness and balance, blending that heart and mind together and moving forward with both working together definitely will help you make it easier to make your dreams a reality. So if you can, find the time to rest and reflect, give yourself that break you deserve, and really take the time to look within and trust in your higher self. This is just a generalized reading, Libra, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If you would like a personalized reading, feel free to comment on this video or send me a message on either of my social media sites, or book it straight from my website, which I'll leave all that down in the description below. This reading definitely seems to suggest there's a new opportunity coming for you. So by finding the confidence within to go after it and really trusting in yourself and balancing that head and heart together, I feel like you can achieve anything. Go after your dreams. I hope this reading inspires you and empowers you to make your dreams a reality. And I will thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.